There, and you guys get another defensive-minded victory, this time on the road against a good Missouri State team in front of a rambunctious crowd. What in the world is going on defense for this team?
I think the biggest thing is we've really just upped our communication, and that's like our main goal is to always communicate, have someone in help, because while we do have great one-on-one defense, there are times we get beat, and to have that help, to know we have the support of our teammates and we're not alone on the court, really, I think, brings us all together and gives us confidence to win.
I know you never want to see injuries, and we've already talked, I think, about your high school teammate, your college teammate, Avery Mills, goes down with an injury, and then now Malia Alexander has gone down with almost the exact same type of injury. So you're down two players. But it seems like everyone else is just picking up their game a little bit, offensively a tad, but really, as we were talking, on the defensive end. In a way, let's hope that assuming they both get healthy and they're able to come back and they're able to play either by the end of the regular season or certainly by the tournament, how much better will this make your team that others have had to been kind of forced into more of an offensive role and to step up all parts of their game?
Yeah, I think it really just shows the grit that our team has. Like, no matter who, like, we have, like, that's missing in the team, like, everyone else rallies together, and we can still come out with a win. We can still play together. So it just goes to show you that when we have everybody, we really are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And the cool thing to see is that both of them are over on the sideline, and they're the biggest cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. They probably can't jump up.
Caroline does that for them.
They don't want to take any chances of hurting themselves or anything. But they're there supporting 100%. So they can't play basketball for the last few games, but they've certainly been able to be the cheerleaders, I guess, on the sideline. And on the road, I guess you don't have any cheerleaders, so that's a nice thing to have. So have both of them been kind of a positive reinforcement whenever you guys need it over on the huddles? Oh,
yeah. I mean, again, like, our team just adapts to whatever situation we have. Malia, Avery, and even Caroline, they're always the most encouraging. Like, we can hear them in the locker room. They'll give us encouragement. I think it's just so important that they never hang their heads down, like not being able to be on the court, and so they contribute another way. And I think it's really great for our team.
And you mentioned Caroline, and she's been out the whole season, so it kind of slipped my mind a little bit to include her in that conversation as well. But that's a key depth person that could have, and Lynn has played great as a freshman, but you can talk about this as a freshman last year. You're going to have some ups and downs. Yeah. And so maybe to have that third person in the rotation as far as center was concerned would have been a big key as well. And Caroline, her attitude hasn't changed at all, whether she's been injured for the season or whether she was playing last year in the beginning of the year. She's always going to have a smile on her face and going to be an encourager. And you guys, we've all talked how close this group is, and it seems like this diversity has maybe brought you even closer.
Oh yeah, I think
I said diversity. What I meant to say was these. I don't know what word should have I used?
Trials,
tribulations.
Tribulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we started off building culture back in the summer. So I think when we have a strong foundation, we have these bumps, these bruises of people getting out or frustrations on the court, like, we're able to come together because we have that strong foundation of knowing, hey, we're a family, we're going to have fights, we're going to have struggles, but at the end of the day, we need to work together and we need to have this unity. So I think that really helped us through this trial that we're in.
Adversity.
Adversity,
that's what I tried to say.
Yes, adversity.
And I threw a D on there for some reason. I don't know. It's been one of those days. Now you have a short turnaround. You go back to the hotel, you get a night's rest, you get on a plane, you fly all the way to Miami. You got to forget about the distraction of being in southern Florida because you're only there for about 15 minutes, and then you play again, and against a team that you've already lost to and a very good FIU squad.
Yes, and we're definitely going to come ready to play. I think just the main thing is, like you said, is stay focused, be ready, and we'll come out with a win. Sounds good. Well, congratulations on a great game today. I don't think I gave you numbers. You finished up with 15 points and 6 rebounds. Plus 9? Do you keep track of that? That's more of a hockey thing, the plus minus. But plus 9's pretty good. Would you guess, you had the second best plus minus on the team. So basically, for the fans that don't know, when a certain player is on the court
what was the score of the game. So if you outscored your opponent by, in this case, 9 points while you were on the floor, somebody else might have, while she was on the floor, it was a -3. The other team scored more points than you did. Who would you guess had the best plus-minus, slightly better than yours at 13?
Effie?
Try again.
Liz?
Try again.
JT?
Yes.
Oh, okay. They all did really great, so it's hard to say.
It was similar. Everybody was kind of in the same range, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around there. But, yeah, 13 was the best for Jacayla. But anyway, sorry, got us off track on some stats. Paul Carmody, who couldn't make the trip this week, he would certainly appreciate us spending some time talking about stats, because that is his life. That is what he does every post game, is getting ready for the next game. It's all about stats. We'll see you down in Miami.
Awesome, sounds good. Thank you.
That was Emmy Stout, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. We're going to get Coach Alexis Sherard on here in just a second. Our Good Feet Store coaches interview as Liberty wins 55-43 over Missouri State here in Springfield. And again, that game on Saturday is a noon game. It's a doubleheader for FIU, as they'll actually play the Missouri State men at, I believe it was 3 o'clock, so a pretty quick turnaround in between the two games on Saturday. I guess the good news there is a noon start on Saturday. You're going to get home at a very reasonable time on Saturday night. The bad news is you don't have a lot of hours between now and that game on Saturday to prepare the team. So let's go in the reverse order. Let's talk about what's ahead, and then we'll bounce back to this game. But how on earth? Now, the good news is you've already played. You've already seen FIU, so that the ladies have gone through the scout before. They've gone through a game. They know what to expect. But you don't have a lot of time to make too many fine-tuned adjustments between now and Saturday at noon.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year, Jamie, and conference play, everyone kind of knows each other. Second time around, this time of year is just going to be, grit, who's locking in, who's playing hard, who's reaching the level of intensity to get that win. So, yeah, not a lot of time with regards to preparation, but, this time of year, you just got to show up and you got to do your job.
As far as this basketball game, you got out to a little bit of a slow start. They were leading 4-0 and then 9-5, and then a solid run at the end of the first quarter, 11-2. What went well to kind of switch the momentum for you there?
Well, I think I may have called a timeout there in the first, and I really, we don't talk too much about offense. I really wanted the ladies to lock in on defense, because usually when we're locked in on defense, offense kind of take care of itself. But if you're playing poor defense, they're scoring, it kind of takes the winds out of your sail on the offensive side. So I think what propelled them was really them locking in on defense. And, obviously we held them to 11 points. And, I think our game goal, we wanted to hold them to under 56. So held them to 43 points, 4 points in the third quarter. So I think they were really locked in defensively.
And that was a big run in that third quarter as well that kind of slipped into the fourth also. 18-2, that stretch. And it's a 16-point game early in the fourth, and everything seems to be going well, and it's never going to be that easy, especially on the road in front of a hostile crowd and a good team like Missouri State. They make some baskets, score 9 straight points, and make it a little tough for you there at the end, but your team hit the shots that they needed. Emmy Stout with a couple of huge baskets. Jacayla Thompson was able to do some work at the free throw line, and you got just enough offense to hold on and get the win. Yeah,
and I was very pleased just with our press offense. Beth had to turn it up and try to press us, try to turn us over, and thought we handled it, overall a lot better than we did in Lynchburg. Got some easy baskets. So, I'm just so proud of our ladies. I told the ladies, they deserve it, because I just know how hard they work. And, I told them in the month of January, we had a very difficult January. They could have fragmented. They could have, folded the tents up, a young team. And they just really persevered. They stuck to the plan. We continue to learn how to win. We continue to love each other, pray for one another. And, things are paying off. And then, we just got to be a little bit tougher. We've been tougher on defense, holding a very good Missouri State team to 43 points. You got to be tough to do that. And I'm just very proud of how they're responding.
And that was the least amount of points Missouri State had scored all season. So solid game there. Coach, nice win. And we talked about how you win this game, you slide up a spot in the standings. You play on Saturday, you win that game, you slide up another spot in the standings. There's some big basketball being played here at the end of February.
Yeah, and we talked about that in the beginning of the game. I didn't want to apply it as pressure. Just a fun fact, this is where we are, and I really wanted our team to sort of practice, come March, conference tournament in Huntsville, it's win in advance, lose and go home. So I really challenge our ladies to just practice that mentality. Let's treat this like a tournament game. We have to win. We want to win. So I'm just really pleased how they responded. With basketball, it's just you're continuing to learn. You just continue to learn mentally, physically, the level of intensity. So I'm just very, very proud of how our ladies respond. I'm very proud of our coaching staff. They did an excellent job tonight. Our support staff. Just proud of all the program, the whole program. Proud of the university. I'm just proud of everybody.